What's going guys, Zennosh here, and today in this video of Exos Heroes, let's review Blue Fatecore Iden. A rare class unit known as Iden has finally received his Blue Fatecore upgrade, and let's see if his skills are now really good enough to be a competitive unit in the current meta. Looking into his artwork right over here, he looks pretty cool. I mean, like, that's I think a very common Korean getup. Alright, and right over here in the notice it says Fatecore chance increase beat shooter Iden recruit. You can recruit hero plus Fatecore with a higher probability than the premium recruitment. Well, guess what guys, he's a blue Fatecore hero unit. That means he is gonna drop at 0.5% chance, and you can pity him only after 28 molten summons, which I think is a lot to ask. Okay, he needs to be at least as good as gold Fatecore Jeon, or let's say gold Fatecore Iris, if you really want to summon him. Okay, so let's see if his skills is really that good enough later on. He's going to be available after the maintenance, that is tomorrow, and till November 19th, Thursday 2020, 1:59 UTC time, for a total of 7 days or 1 week. Okay, now let's jump right away into his Fatecore ability. Attack is boosted by 97 points. That I think is pretty good enough. I mean, like 97 points, that's quite offensive stat right over there guys. Defense by 43 points, health by 281 points, and a total CP boost by 16,200 points. Pretty good enough, decent I would say. Skill information right over here guys. So now let's start with the passive skill effect, which is known as finishing blow for him. Attacks if an enemy takes damage and its health drops to 10% or less, just like Baraka and Jin. It's like an assassin type of like skill, right? And being able to use it against those characters who are actually like holding on to their life, especially with the effect called Tranquil Mark effect, it's pretty good in order to counter that effect. Okay, so it's pretty good out there in the PvP con, especially when you are fighting against the Battery. Superstar right over here, it says afflicts target with the attention mark for 7 turns when the skill hits, and increases all damage over time to the target with attention by 100%. Sounds good, but I would say it's only viable for the PvE cons. But even in the PvE cons, if the opponents are really buffed up, if they have really a very good stats, I really don't think it's gonna be really that good against them as well. Okay, so it's like, alright, extra damage. For PvP cons, it's absolutely BS, I guess. Absolutely bullshit. Next thing is gonna be the fan club. Now this effect is pretty good. Afflicts target with the anti-fan mark when attacked, and what's gonna happen is that triggers double team on all living allies if the health of enemy with the anti-fan is 30% or lower once every 7 turns. So with this effect, definitely this unit can actually mash out some heavy damage on the opponent right out there guys. And this fan club is a little bit of buffed up version of the finishing blow, like basic attack right over here, the basic effect. All right, because it actually demands of 10% or less, right? But right away it's a 30% or lower. I mean, like, it's improved limitation right over there guys, and that's good, isn't it? And on top of that one, being able to include all the living allies into the attack, it's like a mob attack against one single target. Man, that target is not gonna survive that one if your team is really well built up, right? So definitely it's gonna be a very good skill out there, especially for the PvP contents. Whereas for the PvE contents, it's gonna be quite viable as well, unless you are actually fighting against a very tough unit out there guys. All right, especially in chapter 13. The next thing is going to be the beat sniping right over here, which is the active skill 1 of the Iden, okay? Or Iden. It requires 4 mana, and its effect is that it's a single target attack, deals 525% piercing damage to one enemy. Wow, that's a lot of damage, and mana consumption rate is really good as well. That means like he definitely is gonna be able to, like, take good advantage of that signature force. But sadly, his general is Battery, okay? And Battery provides the frost element type signature force, and you guys already know that the summer blessing is out there to nullify the frost elemental damage, so that can be a little bit problematic right over there guys. But in the PvE cons, definitely this is going to be really good out there guys, being able to deal some amazing damage. 525% piercing damage plus 4 mana out there to wrap up some really good signature force damage as well. That's a really deadly combo right over there, in my opinion. It's so good, it's really good. Now the next thing is gonna be the active skill number 2. Requires mana, only 1 mana, and it's known as Sound Shower. It inflicts all the opponents, deals 51% damage to all enemies. And on top of that one, he has overtime damage effect as well, or let's say the dot effect. Poison targets, causing 31% damage every turn for 2 turns. He is only going to require 1 mana, so definitely this is definitely not going to be very that compatible with the signature force, even though like he can actually deal some basic signature force damage, but you cannot actually expect a lot of damage to be dealt with this skill effect right over here, guys. And this unit is pretty fast. He's of nature element, and I think his speed stat is about like 110 points, and that makes him really fast. So that means having only 1 mana requirement actually makes it a little bit viable as well, so that he will be able to use at least his active skill 2 in the first round. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, and possibly he could actually deal some really good damage out there as well, if you actually can upgrade the signature force of the battery to at least tier 2. If I think that's unlocked, right? Sorry about that, but anyways, you gotta improve your battery. But on top of that one as well, summer blessing is a little bit a problematic thing right over there as well, and that makes this unit a little bit, you know, like controversial. Okay, I mean, like, he has got some good stuffs going on around right over here, but I would say it's not really that mind-blowing, it's not really that superb. And I would say, if you are asking me, should we be really summoning this unit or not? Come on, Zennosh, tell it to us. And I would be like, no! Savior says, okay? And if there is a time that you can actually pull Schmidt or other really good Fatecore characters, especially if the collaboration is coming up, probably Danmachi collaboration, right? Then at that time you can actually spend your precious cess. But if you are actually asking me to invest your precious cess into this unit right over here, I would say no. Okay, so please don't do that. Anyways, that's it and done. Another thing that we gotta notice is that like he's a blue Fatecore. Definitely he's going to provide buffs to the other units of the same nation, right? So buff effect right over here, guys. Attack is gonna be boosted by 1% only, defense by 1% only, health is by 6% only, CP by 2% only. What the hell? I mean, like, before it was a little bit, you know, like it was distinctive. Okay, I mean, like some upgrades or some boost or some buffs is really good out there, guys. But with the recent addition of so many stuffs going on around, like let's say core memory and so many other stuffs, this kind of stat boost, you know, like it's like so puny. A target hero right over here, guys. Fatecore beat shooter Iden. Target Greenland heroes. Okay, fated is gonna be Battery, Rera, Ulum, Talia, Chatty, and out of this we are definitely going to be using Battery and Rera most of the time. So definitely he can actually be out there to team up with them. But you know, like, there's no such thing as like very alluring about this unit that you would definitely want to put him in your team. So definitely he's not going to be a part of your meta. That's what I gotta say to you guys. I'm feeling a little bit sorry about this guy. Okay, legendary units are also there, rare units are also there, magic units are also there. All right, so anyways, that's what I said to you guys a little while ago, that he has a 0.5% chance of drop rate, and he can be period after 28 core mileages. So that's it. And there's an exclusive weapon for him as well, which you can get with the cess investment, 700 cess for one multi summon, and it also has 0.5% chance of drop rate, and you can PD it after 28 core mileages, which I think is totally BS. Okay, total bullshit. So don't try to spend your cess into this kind of pathetic stuff. Okay, just save your cess for amazing units out there. And definitely if the Danmachi collab is on the next door, definitely you are supposed to save your cess even, like, strictly. Okay, so that is it, guys. I would say this character is pretty good enough, but not really that superb. Okay, and I would say, like, not a good candidate. So that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel. See you guys in the next video.